Japan sells bubble wrap that never runs out, a keyring, popped forever, refilled by nothing but time. That is not the strangest thing on this list. Somewhere between a butter grater and a pillow that fights your snoring, this country solved problems most of the world never admitted having. 27 objects, some silly, some brilliant, all real. Number 27 starts now. Number 27, the infinite bubble wrap, keyring. You know that itch? The one where you see bubble wrap and your thumb starts twitching before your brain even asks permission. Japanese design studios solved this with a small rubber keyring, molded with permanent poppable bumps that reset themselves after every squeeze. According to product reviews from Japanese novelty retailers, the toy is modeled directly on actual packaging bubble wrap. It has the same texture and resistance included, except this version never runs out and never leaves a pile of plastic on your floor. It is a stress toy pretending to be a keychain, or a keychain pretending to be therapy. Either way, it works, and it costs less than a cup of coffee. And unlike real bubble wrap, nobody is going to yell at you for popping it during a meeting. This is a small, harmless taste of a much bigger Japanese idea, the belief that tiny, constant improvements to ordinary objects matter more than one giant invention. Keep that thought close because it comes back again and again on this list. Did that keyring solve a real problem, or invent one just to sell you the fix? Judge for yourself because the next entry does not fight your stress. It fights your ramen's temperature with a motor strapped to your hand. Number 26, the fan-powered cooling chopsticks. Nobody enjoys the 90 seconds of blowing on hot noodles while everyone else at the table starts eating without you. Japanese inventors, apparently sharing this exact frustration, built chopsticks with a tiny battery-powered fan fused to the tips. You dip, you press a button, and cool air blasts directly onto the noodles before they reach your mouth. It sounds absurd until you realize it solves a problem every noodle eater on Earth has quietly accepted as unsolvable. This is Chindogu culture in its purest form. This is the Japanese art of building deliberately over-engineered solutions to tiny daily annoyances. This is a tradition that has produced tools far stranger than a fan on a chopstick. Somewhere in Japan right now, someone has an itch in the exact center of their back and nobody nearby to help. The next entry exists entirely for that person. Number 25, the extendable back scratcher. With precision guide. A regular back scratcher is a gamble. You reach, you guess, you miss the spot by 4 inches and suffer in silence. The Japanese version adds a telescoping arm and, in some models, a small mirror or grid pattern, so you can direct a friend to the exact coordinate of your suffering. It turns scratching from a blind hope into an actual instruction. Left 3 inches, down 1 inch, there, finally. This is peak Japanese design thinking, the same instinct that treats comfort as an engineering problem, rather than a matter of luck. A blind guess, replaced by a coordinate, that upgrade, guessing turned into precision, is the exact pattern behind every single item still ahead on this list. If a country will re-engineer something as small as a back scratcher, imagine what it does to problems that actually matter. 24 more of those problems are waiting, and this channel breaks down every single one of them the same way. So if that is useful to you, subscribe right now. Why? Well, because the next entry alone is worth the follow. But if precision itching feels oddly specific, wait until you see what this country did to something as simple as putting drops in your own eyes. Number 24, the eye drop. Funnel glasses. Tilting your head back and aiming a tiny bottle at your own eyeball is a skill most people never actually master. Half the drop ends up on your cheek. The Japanese answer is a pair of glasses fitted with small plastic funnels positioned directly over each eye. You tilt your head, squeeze the bottle, and the funnel guides the liquid exactly where it needs to go. No missed shots, no wasted medicine. It looks ridiculous. It also means people with shaky hands, older users, and anyone who has ever cursed at a bottle of Visine finally get a fighting chance. Eyes protected, feet abandoned entirely. That is the gap the next entry closes because rain destroys shoes faster than almost anything else you own. Number 23, individual shoe umbrellas. Somewhere in Japan, someone decided that protecting your head from rain was only half the job. So they built miniature umbrellas that clip directly onto the toe of each shoe. Tiny domes shielding leather and suede from splashback and puddles. 2 shoes, 2 umbrellas. A commuter walking to the train now looks like their feet are attending a separate weather event from the rest of their body. It is impractical, slightly hilarious, and genuinely functional if you have ever ruined a pair of good shoes in a rainstorm on the way to a meeting. Protecting shoes, this seriously raises an obvious question. What else in your bag gets this same level of paranoid care? A fruit that bruises if you look at it wrong, for one. This is exactly what comes up next. Number 22, The rigid banana case. A banana in a backpack is a banana that will not survive the day. Japanese retailers solved this decades ago with a hard, banana-shaped plastic case, hinged down the middle, that holds the fruit like a coffin holds a very yellow, very fragile passenger. According to lifestyle retailers across Japan, the case has remained a steady seller for years precisely. Why? Well, because it does one job and does it perfectly, protecting a banana from backpacks, gym bags, and lunchboxes packed too tight. It is such a specific object that it feels like a joke, until you remember every single person who has ever opened a bag to find bruised mush where a banana used to be. A banana protected. Butter, meanwhile, still gets destroyed every single morning. The next entry finally does something about that. Number 21. The butter grater. Cold butter on toast rips the bread apart before it spreads. Japan's answer is a small grater specifically shaped and angled for a stick of butter, turning a hard, fridge-cold block into soft, fluffy shavings that melt onto warm bread in seconds. No microwave, no 10 minutes on the counter waiting, no torn toast. Just butter, grated like cheese, ready the instant you need it. It is one of those inventions that makes you angry nobody thought of it sooner, because the problem was universal and the fix was sitting right there the whole time. Toast solved. Weather forecasts, unfortunately, remain a mess, and the next item exists purely because the sky refuses to make up its mind. Number 20. 20. The necktie umbrella. Some mornings the forecast simply refuses to commit. Rain, maybe. Sun, maybe. Japanese designers built a necktie with a folding umbrella sewn directly into the fabric, ready to snap open the moment the sky changes its mind. It looks like an ordinary tie until the moment it does not, unfolding into coverage exactly when a business commuter needs both hands free and zero warning. It is equal parts costume and convenience, the kind of hybrid object that only makes sense once you have personally been caught in a downpour wearing your only good suit. Not every entry on this list is about staying dry. The next one is about staying quiet, specifically at 2 in the morning, when you would very much like to be loud. Number 19. The silent karaoke. Microphone. Karaoke culture runs deep in Japan, but apartment walls run thin. The silent microphone solves that contradiction directly, a handheld mic wired to a headset, so the singer hears full volume, full backing track, full performance. The best part? The room around them hears almost nothing. According to manufacturers of these devices, the microphone captures your voice and channels it privately through the headphones rather than a speaker, letting you belt out a chorus at 2 in the morning without a single noise complaint. It turns a bedroom into a private stage, which is either a gift to stressed-out office workers or the most dangerous object ever placed in the hands of someone who cannot actually sing. The next entry also solves a space and privacy problem, except this one is not about singing. It is about sleeping in a city where land costs more than gold. Number 18. The Capsule Hotel. Pod land in Tokyo is brutally expensive, and the Capsule Hotel is the direct answer to that math. Rows of stacked, coffin-sized sleeping pods, each with a curtain or door, a light, an outlet, and just enough room for one exhausted body. According to hospitality records, the very first Capsule Hotel opened in Osaka in 1979, built specifically for salarymen who missed the last train home and needed somewhere cheap and immediate to crash. Almost 50 years later, the concept has spread worldwide, copied in cities from London to New York. Because the underlying idea, private sleep in minimal square footage, only gets more valuable as cities get more expensive. That same small, compounding logic from the bubble wrap keyring shows up again here. Kaizen, shrinking a problem down until it disappears entirely. If a pod that small feels claustrophobic, the next item takes that same obsession with saving space and turns it into a toy vending machine that has addicted an entire country. Number 17. The Gachapon Capsule. Toy machine. Drop a coin, turn a crank, and a small plastic capsule tumbles out holding a completely random toy inside. You get anything from a tiny anime figure to a bizarre novelty trinket nobody asked for. According to Japan travel guides, the format was created in 1965 by Tokyo shop owner Ryuzo Shigeta. He was unimpressed with an imported American toy vending machine and decided to build a better one himself, wrapping toys individually in colorful capsules. That single decision spawned an entire industry with roughly 360 60,000 gachapon machines now scattered across Japan, turning random chance into one of the country's most addictive retail formats. From tiny toys to something far more personal, the next entry involves a toilet. And yes, it deserves every bit of the hype it gets. Number 16. The heated washlet, bidet toilet. Ask anyone who has visited Japan what surprised them most, and this comes up constantly. A toilet seat that heats itself, a built-in bidet with adjustable water pressure and temperature, a deodorizing fan, and on higher-end models, an automatic lid that opens the moment you walk in. According to Toto, the company most associated with popularizing the technology, the modern washlet line has been refined for decades. It blends plumbing with genuine comfort engineering most other countries never bothered attempting. It sounds like overkill until you use one in the middle of a freezing winter morning and understand instantly why so many visitors come home wanting to install one themselves. Staying with comfort for one more round, the next item solves a problem that hits the second summer humidity does, and it clips directly onto your body. Number 15. The handheld battery, powered neck fan. Summer in Japan is brutal. Thick humidity that turns a 5-minute walk into a soaked shirt. The handheld neck fan solves this by wrapping a small, rechargeable, bladeless or dual-bladed fan around the back of the neck, blasting cool air upward on both sides. According to retail trend reports, portable neck fans became one of the fastest-growing personal electronics categories in Japan over the past several summers. They are worn by commuters, delivery workers, and school children walking home in blistering heat. It has become as normal a summer accessory as sunglasses, proof that when a country takes discomfort seriously, it eventually just engineers the discomfort away. The next item takes that same summer survival instinct and points it somewhere much smaller, much louder, and much more annoying than heat. Number 14. The clip on bug repellent. Fan mosquitoes do not care how nice your picnic is. Japan's answer is a small clip-on fan, worn on a belt loop or bag strap, that circulates a mild repellent scent in a bubble around the wearer instead of spraying chemicals directly onto skin. It is quieter than a full-body repellent spray and gentler for parents worried about coating young kids in chemicals every time they step outside. Clipped to a stroller or a backpack, it turns bug protection into something passive, working in the background while you actually enjoy the outdoor plans you made. 14 objects down, 13 genuinely stranger ones still ahead. Every single one solves a problem you have personally lived through and just never seen fixed this well. If that tracks so far, tap the like button right now, because it is the fastest way to tell this channel to keep making lists exactly like this one. Bugs, handled quietly in the background. The next entry is louder, and it is one of the most quietly clever weather objects on this entire list. Number 13. The color-changing rain. Umbrella? Most umbrellas look the same, wet or dry. Certain Japanese-designed umbrellas use a special coating that reacts to moisture, shifting from plain white or pastel to full-bloomed patterns, flowers, animals, or color blocks the instant rain touches the fabric. It turns a genuinely miserable weather event into a small daily surprise, watching a blank umbrella transform the moment the sky opens up. It is a simple chemistry trick dressed up as magic, and it explains why these umbrellas remain popular souvenirs for visitors who want proof that Japan's obsession with detail extends even to rain gear. The next item also plays with color and light, but this one lives above your head in a completely different way, inside an elevator. Number 12. The rain, sensing elevator indicator. In parts of Osaka, elevator lighting has reportedly been rigged to shift or flicker in a specific pattern when rain sensors detect precipitation outside. This quietly warns riders before they ever reach the lobby doors. It is a small, easily missed detail, the kind of infrastructure thinking that assumes a building should actively help you plan your next 10 minutes, not just move you between floors. It reflects a broader pattern in Japanese public design, where comfort and warning systems get folded into ordinary infrastructure instead of being treated as extra features nobody asked for. From elevators to airplanes, the next entry involves one of Japan's most beloved airline mascots, and it flies at 30,000 feet. Number 11. The Pokemon Jet. And in-flight comfort. Kits All Nippon Airways has run specially painted Pokemon-branded aircraft for years. They are complete with themed cabin details, amenity kits, and character decor that turn a routine domestic flight into something closer to a theme park ride. According to ANA's own promotional materials, the airline has operated multiple Pokemon jet liveries over the years. It is part of a long-running partnership that blends corporate branding with the kind of full commitment only Japanese pop culture marketing seems willing to attempt. It is a small reminder that even something as mundane as boarding a plane gets treated as an opportunity for delight rather than just transportation. Cartoon mice on an airplane are one kind of courtesy. What happens inside a public restroom stall is a completely different one, and Japan solved that too. Number 10. The quiet toilet sound device. Public restrooms in Japan commonly include a small device. This device is sometimes built into the wall or sometimes a standalone button. It plays a soft flushing or running water sound on demand, designed specifically to mask other bathroom noises for users who feel self-conscious. Many Japanese public facilities have carried a version of this technology for years. It is often marketed under names like Otohime, meaning sound princess, aimed at conserving water that used to be wasted on repeated real flushes just for cover noise. It solves an embarrassment problem so specific that most countries never even identified it as a problem worth solving, which is exactly the kind of gap Japan tends to notice first. The next item also solves an embarrassment problem, except this one belongs to smokers standing outside in public with nowhere polite to put out a cigarette. Number 9. The portable smoking disposal bag. Japan's public smoking etiquette is strict, and littering is treated seriously. Police and public health campaigns in various cities have handed out small, sealable ash bags. This makes it so that smokers can extinguish and store a cigarette butt discreetly instead of dropping it on the sidewalk. It is a tiny piece of civic infrastructure, cheap and disposable, built entirely around the assumption that most people will do the right thing if you just make it slightly more convenient than doing the wrong thing. That is kaizen again. Small, deliberate, almost invisible, quietly explaining half the objects on this list so far. Convenience takes a completely different shape in the next entry, wrapping an entire gift, lunch, or bottle in nothing but a single square of cloth. Number 8. The furoshiki wrapping cloth. Long before gift bags and wrapping paper, Japan had furoshiki. Furoshiki is a single square of fabric folded and knotted to carry, wrap, or gift almost anything, from bento boxes to wine bottles to awkwardly shaped presents. According to cultural heritage sources, furoshiki dates back centuries. It was originally used in bathhouses to bundle clothing, before evolving into a broader wrapping tradition still taught and sold today as a reusable, zero-waste alternative to paper. It is genuinely one of the more elegant solutions on this entire list. A single piece of cloth replacing an entire drawer of tape, boxes, and wrapping paper. Most households only use once. Cloth wraps a gift. Plastic, oddly enough, wraps something far more delicious in the next entry, and it wraps rice with engineering that has no business being this clever. Number 7. The self-separating onigiri wrapper. A rice ball wrapped in seaweed sounds simple until you realize the seaweed goes soggy if it touches the rice too early. Japanese convenience stores solved this decades ago with a clever plastic wrapper split into layers, pulled apart by a single tab that separates the rice from the seaweed until the exact moment you eat it. One pull, and the wrapper peels away in sequence. This leaves crisp seaweed wrapped fresh around the rice, exactly as if it had just been made, even though it has been sitting on a shelf for hours. It is packaging engineering disguised as a snack, solved so quietly that most people eating a convenience store onigiri have no idea how much design went into that single tab. From snack packaging, the next entry moves to something you drink, pulled fresh from a vending machine that somehow knows exactly how hot or cold you want it. Number 6. The hot and cold vending machine. Japan has one of the highest densities of vending machines on Earth, and a huge share of them sell both hot and cold drinks from the same unit. Imagine hot canned coffee and soup sitting beside ice-cold water and tea in the same row of buttons. According to industry estimates, Japan maintains well over 2 million vending machines nationwide. This is an enormous network that keeps running through outages, disasters, and remote rural roads where the nearest store might be miles away. It turns a simple drink purchase into a small daily convenience most other countries have never matched at this scale or reliability. The next entry is not about drinks at all, but it shares that same obsession with making ordinary daily friction disappear, this time at your front door. Number 5. The automatic umbrella. Bagging machine. Walking into a Japanese department store, office building, or train station on a rainy day, you will often find a small machine standing near the entrance. This machine wraps a wet umbrella in a thin plastic sleeve with a single push, keeping floors dry and lobbies from turning into slip hazards. It takes a task that used to mean a hunched-over struggle with a plastic bag and turns it into a 2-second motion. Push the umbrella in, pull it out sleeved and dry-proof. It is such a mundane object that most visitors barely register it, right up until they go home and realize their own country never bothered solving this problem at all. Entryways, handled. Bedrooms are next, because nothing ruins a night faster than a pillow that will not stay cool. Number 4. The cooling gel. Pillow. And mat Japanese. Humid summers make regular pillows and mattress pads feel unbearable by midnight. The cooling gel pillow uses a gel core designed to absorb and disperse body heat, staying noticeably cooler to the touch than standard foam or cotton filling. According to bedding manufacturers, these cooling gel products remain some of the best-selling summer bedding items across Japan every single year. They are restocked constantly as temperatures climb through the hottest months. It is a small, unglamorous fix for a massive nightly problem. Proof that comfort engineering does not always need flashing lights or a battery to actually change your life. The next entry also targets sleep, but this one is not fighting heat. It is fighting the exact noise that keeps your partner awake at 3 in the morning. Number 3. The anti-snoring pillow. Certain Japanese-designed pillows use a contoured shape specifically built to keep the head and neck angled in a position that reduces airway restriction. This is the exact mechanism behind most ordinary snoring. Some versions add a built-in sensor that detects snoring sounds and gradually inflates or shifts a section of the pillow. This nudges the sleeper's head just enough to reopen the airway without ever fully waking them up. It treats snoring the way this entire list treats almost every problem, not as something to simply endure, but as something with an actual mechanical fix hiding just underneath the surface. Only 2 more objects remain, and the next one might be the single most recognizable Japanese design export in the entire modern world. Number 2. The portable handheld fan revolution. Long before neck fans took over, Japan popularized the small handheld battery fan. It is compact, rechargeable, foldable, and now a permanent accessory for commuters, festival goers, and anyone standing on a packed train platform in July. According to consumer electronics retailers, handheld fan sales in Japan spike dramatically every summer. There are entire seasonal displays dedicated to new colors, stronger motors, and quieter blades every single year. It looks like a toy. It behaves like survival equipment. And it captures, in one cheap plastic object, exactly what this entire list has been building toward. Which brings us to number 1. The idea sitting quietly underneath every single object on this list, waiting for its full introduction. Number 1. The kingfisher-nosed Shinkansen. In the 1990s, Japan's 500 series bullet train had a problem. Every time it shot out of a tunnel at high speed, it pushed a wall of compressed air ahead of it, and that air exploded out the far end as a deafening boom that rattled homes near the tracks. Engineer Eiji Nakatsu, also a bird watcher, found the fix by studying the kingfisher, a bird that dives into water with almost no splash. According to accounts of the redesign, Nakatsu had the train's blunt nose reshaped into a long, narrow cone modeled on the kingfisher's beak. The result was not a small tweak. The redesigned train ran faster, used roughly 15% less electricity, and eliminated the tunnel boom, all from a nose shape borrowed off a bird most people would walk past without a second glance. That is the exact instinct behind every object on this list. None of them are single dramatic inventions. Each one is kaizen in physical form, continuous, small, deliberate improvement, applied to a problem most people had simply learned to live with. According to scholars who study the concept, kaizen became formalized in Japanese industry through post-war manufacturing culture before spreading into product design and daily life, exactly how a bird's beak ended up redesigning a bullet train. That is why this list feels different from a random pile of gadgets. Every object on it was built by someone who noticed a tiny problem, refused to accept it, and kept refining the fix until it disappeared. 27 objects, one shared instinct. Notice the small annoyance, then actually fix it. That is the real invention running underneath every single item on this list. If a country can build a funnel for eye drops, imagine what the next video uncovers, because it goes even further into ideas most of the world has not caught up to yet. It is already sitting on your screen to the left. Click it right now. You will not regret it.